Hello, Dr. Ant.
Hello.
Hello. So
Welcome.
you found yourself, you were flying high, you had everything, and then you found yourself in quite a dark place. And then you've now got into hypnosis. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so you're quite right. I did have that high life, and I was pushing for everything that we think we want in life. But what I realised is when I got there, it made me really unhappy. And I couldn't understand it. And I was living in a place called deferred happiness. But I didn't know that at the time, but I do now. And I'm sure some of us know people that have these expressions like, I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when I get a new car. I'll be happy when I go on holiday. I'll be happy when I find a new partner. And the challenge is when our mindset is always forward-pacing for happiness, we don't experience happiness in the here and now. And here and now is the only place in the world where we can experience happiness. And if we don't experience happiness, we become unhappy. And that's the challenge. And to bolt on top of that is that most of us in this room here today are unaware of what our unconscious mind is thinking, processing, and the decisions that it makes. 95% of the time, we just don't know what we're doing. We live life on autopilot. But when we do have that conscious intervention, you know, we think about, oh, hang on a minute, I've just been driving up the road. Did I run a granny over? Was the traffic light red?
I hope not.
We just don't know, do we? Because we're driving on autopilot. And that's what happens to us in life. We learn things, we learn strategies, we learn behaviours, positive and negative, I might say, and then we carry out those completely unconsciously. But we need sometimes to break that unconscious rhythm, don't we? Because I just want to do a very, very quick hands up here. Hands up who's found themselves thinking negative thoughts about themselves. Yeah, all of us, right? Absolutely. And who would love to be able to stop that? I mean, yeah, right?
Yes, please.
And if you want to, we can do something. It'll take 2 minutes just to bring into some reality right now how to stop that
We've got 2
negative
minutes.
thought
We've got
process.
2 minutes.
Have we
You're
got
up
that?
for it?
But the thing is that I'm going to need some help. Don't worry, you're not going to have to stand up. You're not going to have to hug your neighbour. You're not going to have to do any of that stuff. But you are going to have to use your voice. Is that all right? And you're going to have to say 2 words 3 times. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is just imagine for me. You can close your eyes or not. It's entirely up to you. Just imagine you're in that negative mindset. You're saying stuff about yourself that you don't really want to say. I'm fat. I'm ugly. I'm not good enough. All that stuff. Just imagine you're thinking that right now. Now, wouldn't it be good if you could just snap yourself out of that immediately? And I'm going to tell you 2 words that you can do that. But I'm going to need your help. Honestly, I will need your help because you've got to create what's called a PGO spike. And a PGO spike is that moment when your brain goes, oh, I don't need to be on that autopilot train. Okay, and these 2 words are full stop. Okay, now when I raise my first hand in a minute, I want you to say full stop. When I do it second, you've got to say full stop again, but louder. And when I say it for the 3rd time, that's when we've got to raise the roof. Are we all up for this? Otherwise, I'm going to look a fool doing it on my own.
Here we go.
Okay, right, so ready. After 1, I just want you to shout out as loud as you can, full stop. Ready? 1, 2, 3, full stop. Second louder, 1, 2, 3.
Full stop.
3rd time and final, 1, 2, 3.
Full stop.
Fantastic. So when you find yourself in that negative mindset, what have you got to say to yourself?
Full stop.
Excellent.